Assalamu alaikum. This is Ghulam Abbas from MH Language Solutions. Today's topic is IELTS academic writing. IELTS academic writing consists of two parts, Task 1 and Task 2. Task 1 is a visual task and Task 2 is an essay. For Task 1, you have 20 minutes, and for Task 2, you have 40 minutes. Task 2 contains double the marks as compared to Task 1. It doesn't mean that Task 1 has less bands as compared to Task 2, or Task 2 has more bands as compared to Task 1. It doesn't mean that. Both these tasks, they contain 9 bands individually, but the ratio of bands in Task 2 is doubled as compared to Task 1. In Task 1, we have 6 different kind of questions. We have line graph, bar chart, pie chart, data chart, process diagram, and maps. In IELTS writing tasks 2, we have approximately 5 different types of questions to deal with. The first one is opinion essay. The second one is merits and demerits essay. Third one, problem and solution essay. The fourth one is a discussion essay. And last one is 2-part questions. These are the 2 different kind of tasks that you have to deal with IELTS academic writing. Task 1 and Task 2. In Task 1, you need to write no less than 150 words. That means you should write at least 150 words. What I recommend my students to go up to 170 or 180 words. And same is the case with the Task 2. There you also have a word limit criterion. There you need to write no less than 250 words. And again, this is the limit that they has given. What I recommend my students is go up to 280 words approximately. That should be the standard. One thing that you should keep in your mind, that you need to maintain the balance between Task 1 and Task 2. Sometimes I have seen students focusing more on Task 1 or given more time to Task 1, and as a result of it, they are unable to deal with Task 2 appropriately. And same applies to the other situation when you are focusing more on Task 2 and you have very less time to deal with the Task 1. Now, as far as the marking criterion is concerned, it is totally different from listening and reading, because both of those modules, they were objective, but here this one is subjective, so that is why it has a different criteria. The first thing that you need to be careful about in IELTS academic writing, it is task achievement and task response. Task achievement is related to Task 1, and task response, it is concerned with Task 2. It means that you are covering all the important points of the task. And for example, in Task 1, you need to add all the key figures, you need to summarize the task appropriately, you need to meet the word limit criterion. Same is the case with Task 2. In the Task 2, you need to cover all the questions, all the aspects of the questions which have been asked. You need to develop your paragraphs appropriately, and then you also need to write the number of words which have been asked. Then the second criteria that they ask you to fulfill is coherence and cohesion. Coherence is concerned with the overall structure of your paragraphs. How do you arrange your paragraph? Is there any harmony between the paragraphs? Are they integrated with each other? And cohesion, it is related to the internal structure of the paragraphs, the topic sentences, then their explanation, then the examples that you give to prove the point that you have given. The third criteria that they ask us to follow, it is lexical resource. Lexical resource stands for vocabulary. It doesn't mean that you need to use very good vocabulary, but it also means that you need to use range of vocabulary. You don't need to use the same kind of words again and again. Rather, you need to come up with synonyms. Try to use varied kind of words so that examiner determines that you have a good vocabulary. And the last criteria, it's grammatical range and accuracy. Grammatical range, again, it means that varied kind of grammatical structures that you use. You don't need to use the same kind of structures. Like I have seen students using the same kind of simple structures and then writing same tenses again and again. What IELTS examiners, they require you to switch different kind of structures. For example, you can use present tense and then you can go to past. You can switch from active to passive. Then there are simple sentences. You can use complex sentences. You can try to come up with compound sentences. So you need to produce variety of different kind of sentence structures. So that is, I think, all the areas that you be careful about your writing. And that's all. Thank you very much for listening. Stay tuned for the next exciting video. Allah Hafiz.